The South China Sea, a shimmering expanse of turquoise waters, teeming with marine life and rich in resources. But beneath the surface lies a volatile mix of geopolitical tensions, territorial disputes, and military posturing. This strategic waterway has become a flashpoint in the struggle for power in the Asia-Pacific, with China's assertive actions raising alarm bells across the globe. At the heart of the conflict are competing claims to the Spratly and Paracel Islands, claimed in whole or part by China, Taiwan, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei. These seemingly insignificant specks of land are not just about sovereignty. They hold the key to vast reserves of oil, natural gas, and fishing grounds. The stakes are high, and the consequences of miscalculation could be catastrophic. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade, with trillions of dollars worth of goods passing through its waters each year. Any disruption to this flow of commerce would have severe repercussions for the global economy. Moreover, the region is a tinderbox of historical grievances, nationalist sentiments, and strategic rivalries. The potential for conflict is real, and the world watches with bated breath as tensions continue to simmer. China's rise as a global power has been accompanied by an increasingly assertive foreign policy, particularly in the South China Sea. Beijing claims almost the entire waterway as its own, based on what it calls historical rights enshrined in its controversial Nine-Dash Line. This expansive claim, which overlaps with the exclusive economic zones of several other countries, has been widely disputed and rejected by international law. Undeterred by international criticism, China has embarked on a massive island-building campaign, transforming reefs and rocks into artificial islands equipped with military facilities, airstrips, and deep-water ports. These outposts serve as forward operating bases for the Chinese military, extending its reach deep into the South China Sea and challenging the regional balance of power. China's assertive actions have raised concerns about its ultimate intentions. Some analysts believe that China seeks to establish effective control over the South China Sea, turning it into a Chinese lake under its dominion. This would give Beijing strategic and economic dominance over the region, allowing it to dictate terms to its neighbors and control vital shipping lanes. The implications of such a scenario are profound. A hegemonic China in the South China Sea would undermine the rules-based international order, threaten the security of regional countries, and pose a direct challenge to the United States and its allies. China's construction of artificial islands in the South China Sea is a blatant attempt to change the facts on the ground and bolster its territorial claims. These islands, built on submerged reefs and rocks, are equipped with sophisticated military infrastructure, including radar systems, missile batteries, and hangars for fighter jets. The Fiery Cross Reef, once a submerged reef, has been transformed into a sprawling military base, complete with a 3,000-meter runway capable of accommodating China's most advanced fighter jets. Similarly, the Subi Reef now boasts a deep-water port, radar installations, and an airstrip, further solidifying China's military presence in the region. China's island-building campaign has drawn condemnation from the international community, with the United States and its allies accusing Beijing of militarizing the South China Sea and violating international law. However, China has defended its actions, claiming that the islands are for self-defense and maritime security purposes. The construction of these artificial islands is a clear indication of China's resolve to assert its dominance over the South China Sea. By establishing a network of military outposts, China is seeking to project power, deter rivals, and control vital sea lanes. This expansionist behavior has heightened tensions in the region and increased the risk of miscalculation and conflict. Taiwan, a self-governing island that China claims as its own territory, occupies a strategically vital position at the northern edge of the South China Sea. The Taiwan Strait, a narrow waterway separating mainland China from Taiwan, is a potential flashpoint in the region, with any conflict between the two sides having far-reaching consequences. China views Taiwan as a renegade province that must be reunified with the mainland, by force if necessary. Beijing has intensified military pressure on Taiwan, conducting frequent air and naval exercises near the island and issuing warnings against any moves toward formal independence. Taiwan, for its part, has vowed to defend its sovereignty and democratic way of life. The island has stepped up its defensive preparations, modernizing its armed forces and seeking closer security ties with the United States and other like-minded countries. The situation in the Taiwan Strait is a powder keg, and any miscalculation or provocation could spark a conflict that could quickly escalate into a wider regional war. The United States has a strong interest in maintaining peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait, and its commitment to Taiwan's defense remains a cornerstone of its policy in the region. The United States has identified the Indo-Pacific region, including the South China Sea, as a top strategic priority. In response to China's growing assertiveness, the U.S. has adopted a policy of strategic competition aimed at countering Beijing's influence while seeking cooperation on issues of mutual interest. The U.S. Navy regularly conducts freedom of navigation operations, FONOPs, in the South China Sea, sailing warships close to disputed islands claimed by China to challenge its excessive maritime claims and assert the right to free passage through international waters. In addition to FONOPs, the U.S. has strengthened its military presence in the region, deploying more warships, aircraft, and troops to bases in Japan, Guam, and Australia. The U.S. has also deepened security cooperation with regional allies and partners, including Japan, South Korea, Australia, and India. The U.S. is committed to maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific, where all countries can prosper and determine their own destiny free from coercion. Countering China's ambitions in the South China Sea is a key element of this strategy, and the U.S. is prepared to use all elements of its national power to achieve its objectives.